5-0, Martin.
So an even better start to this tiebreak than in the first set, where he led 4-1 and then 5-2, finally winning it 7-5. Love 5.
Martin.
And you have to hand it to Martin, the way he's forced his winners against a slightly hesitant Henman.
Martin.
So the miss-hit return of serve was a very difficult question for him. He couldn't answer it, and Martin now has 5 set points.
Martin.
Fourth double fault, perhaps signalling that he's not as calm as he looks. That'll do.
And second set, Martin. By 7 games to 6. Martin leads 2 sets to love.
Well, you have to admire the thorough professionalism of Todd Martin in both tie-breaks. He hadn't really put a foot wrong.
No, he hasn't, and it wasn't as though Henman gave it away. He rose to the occasion, and that really has been the feature of this match. This man here has just taken the opportunities. It's not as though Henman has not had the opportunities. He's had 5 chances to break the serve. We've had, in fact, not had 1 break of serve in the match so far. I think it's true to say, though, the luck has favoured Henman a little bit. If we reflect a little bit on the first set, it was an overrule at set point for Henman, and then the miss-hit return in that tie break. He certainly hasn't had things going for him at all.
Third set, Henman to serve.
So Henman to open the third set.
Love 15. All. $30-15. All. Let. First service. 40-30. Game henman. Ball change, please. New balls.
Well, a fine start. Still neither man has lost his serve. But what, Mark Cox, has Henman to do if he's going to win this match from this 2-0 down?
Well, I think he's got to play like he played a little bit in that last game there, and he was really opening his shoulders. He was going for his shots. He's got to play as a reflection of himself, and I think he's been too self-conscious today, and understandably so. But he is a courageous man, this, and 18 months ago he broke his foot, and then he came back. He worked hard. He's been working incredibly hard over the last 18 months, building up his body. He's improving all the time. He's a fighter. He has great belief in himself. I believe he can stay up. He has the ability to turn this match around. And the spectators just anxiously hoping that Henman can get a lead so that they can support him.
Fifteen love. Fifteen all.
Well, I wonder if the double fault was induced, perhaps a little water in the eye. It's drizzling again quite hard. Alan Mills is there.
Ladies and gentlemen, play is suspended.
Well, I was fearing that announcement. What are his matches except the first? He's had interruptions against. And I'm also wondering whether we'll ask this gentleman to sing us a song like Cliff Richard did yesterday, sitting there with the Duchess of Kent, Placido Domingo. He might be put to work later. Somebody had better warn him. But against Sapsford, he had to come back. Very awkward moment at 5-all in the second overnight. Against Luke Milligan, he had a similar stoppage. And against Gustafsson, well, what, 5 or 6 interruptions when he had to play on Monday. So he's trained for the moment, and even Martin has had a little bit of the experience of starting and stopping. It was against Johansson that he had to come back overnight.
2 minutes.
And we can speculate endlessly about who it's going to affect the most and the least, but I suspect that Henman wants to prove something. I think he knows that he hasn't really done himself quite justice today.
Yes, I think also now that he's 2 sets behind, he really, can go for it and see what he's made of. I don't think the notions of winning, which obviously he clearly wants to do, that is now a little bit more in the distance, and so he can play each point as it comes. I think we'll find him playing much more relaxed tennis. Indeed, I thought at the end of the second set he was playing very much better after the first break. And realistically, of course, he's done so well anyway. He's got the experience of getting through to this stage. That always will be with him. He's played some superb tennis. He knows how well he can play. And the progress is very consistent with him.
So Todd Martin, who's played this match most professionally, started it serving very poorly for him and didn't get very many first serves in for most of the first set, but Henman was unable to capitalize on that, partly of course because the second serving was so powerful. And if I could make a generalization about this match, it is that this fellow's power, pace of shot, heaviness of shot has overwhelmed Henman or forced him into error at moments in the match which were important.
Time ready for play. Balls in, please.
And it makes you realize that good as he is, and he's improved hugely, in the highest class, he is still a little bit of a lightweight. His serve, certainly, is now a great shot and has improved perhaps more than any aspect of his game. But he relies on his timing, taking the ball early, and his wonderful hands to create the pace and power, whereas a player like Martin and others in the upper reaches of the game are able to generate pace and power with strength and weight of body. And these now will be the match balls. When they come out, they're given a set of balls similar to the ones that were in play during the match, but then when play is resumed, they revert to the match balls. So the score.
Todd Martin leads by 2 sets to love. Third set, Henman by 1 game to love and 15 all.
From our umpire, Jerry Armstrong.
The 30-15.
Good example there, you see, having to rush that shot from the excellence of the first volley. A lot of wind blowing the dust off the surface of the court about.
Game, Martin. One game all.
So again, Martin, thoroughly professional, doing exactly what he had to do to bring himself level. Hardly put a foot wrong. But neither man yet has lost his serve.
Love 15. $15 all. $30-15.
Beautiful play.
Henman really makes this half volley a difficult shot look so easy, and the placement right in the corner.